Hey everyone, so in this video we're going to be talking about the Anti Killstreak Loadout. Now ideally for this loadout you want to be using some type of LMG. Now the LMG of my choice is going to be the PKM. Now as for attachments, there's really only two attachments that you want to be using. The first one being the FMJ perk, which is going to allow you to do a lot more damage to enemy killstreaks, and the second being the 200 round belt. As for the other three attachments, they are optional. Keep in mind this is a loadout that I only use to switch to in the middle of a game until that enemy kill streak is destroyed, and then I switch back to my other class. So I'm not really concerned with having the most optimal weapon setup. So I just have these other three attachments set to faster inbound side speed. Now as for a secondary, I recommend the Pila because you do have that benefit of having that lock-on capability, but you could swap this out for an RPG. Now as for perks, perk slot 1 you want to be running Cold-Blooded, perk slot 2 is optional but I'm using Ghost, and perk slot 3 you do want to be using Amped for that faster rocket launcher reload speed. This is just to make sure that enemy kill streaks get taken out even faster. Now as for a lethal, I do recommend a Thermite because if there's a ground-based enemy kill streak, or if you're playing ground war and you're fighting against a tank, if you land a stick with this Thermite, it does do a lot of damage. But let's say you're not hitting your Thermite sticks often, or if you're missing a lot of the time, you could swap this out for a C4, which does do a good amount of damage, but not as much as the Thermite that sticks to an enemy kill streak or a ground-based vehicle. And as for a tactical, that is optional. Now, I just wanted to give a quick explanation on how to destroy these enemy kill streaks. As for personal radars, counter UAVs, and UAVs, you can easily destroy these with a Pila. The counter UAVs are even easier to destroy because they're a non-moving, floating kill streak. You can even take these out with any primary weapon that you're using, which is why a lot of people don't use these. As for shield turrets and sentry guns, all you gotta do is stick them with a Thermite and they should be taken care of. As for these ground-based kill streaks like the infantry assault vehicle or the WHEELSON, ideally what you want to do is stick them with a Thermite, and while that Thermite is doing damage, you want to shoot them until they are destroyed. Now as for the VTOL, chopper gunner, and the support helo, all you gotta do is just dump your FMJ rounds into them and they will be taken out fairly quickly. Now, as for a enemy gunship, the only way to take out this kill streak relatively quickly is if multiple people on your team are actively trying to shoot it down with a Pila. You could shoot it down by yourself, but it's just going to take a very long time. And lastly, for the Juggernaut, if an enemy player does manage to get this kill streak, you want to switch from a Pila to an RPG. You want to stick him with Thermites, and you want to dump as many FMJ rounds into the Juggernaut as possible until he is finally killed.
Juggernaut, arm up.
Enemy at the cargo container.
In conclusion, if you're running a LMG with FMJ rounds equipped along with a rocket launcher as a secondary, you should be able to take out most enemy kill streaks by yourself very quickly. Anyways, I hope this video was helpful. If you enjoy the content, drop a like and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching.